Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, in this video we will be discussing some of the important appointments and resignations of November month. This video will be very helpful to you, so do watch the video till the end. So friends, let's start with the session. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download using the Play Store, and it is available only for the Android users as of now. Once you have downloaded and opened the app, you will see a page such as the second screen here. Then you just need to log in with your Google ID, or you can say with your Gmail ID on this application, and once you have logged in, you are ready to use the particular application. As you can see, you will be seeing here my course, all courses, crack current affairs. Just click on any of those and you will be directed to a second page. Here now, what are the features or why we recommend you to use the app? Because on the app we provide you daily current affairs both in English as well as in Hindi. Both Hindi and English current affairs are provided you daily along with the quiz sessions. This is important. We provide you daily with the quiz sessions that will help you to brush up your current affairs that you gained today through our video or any other notes provided. These English and Hindi PDFs are also provided to you daily. This is provided on our app course that you can go and purchase. Two types of courses are there, 1 year plan and a second year plan, which you can opt as per your need. Then we provide you with weekly videos. Not just weekly videos on YouTube and monthly videos, daily videos are also given. Apart from that, weekly PDFs of current affairs are provided to you. Compiled PDF of current affairs of the whole week will be provided to you both in English as well as in Hindi. Then similarly for the month also, you will be provided a compiled video of the whole month both in English as well as in Hindi PDF for the current affairs that will brush up your current affairs very much. Apart from this, we provide you with the topic wise current affairs, topics such as apps and web portals, important days, books and authors. Then comes your sports, then comes your obituary, national affairs, international affairs, sports. These all topics are covered by us on our YouTube channel, which you can go and check it out also. Very important this section, because we provide you with the PDFs also with them that helps you to revise through a particular order, and it is very helpful to you, so you should definitely check it out. Then apart from it, we provide you questions regarding your particular exams also, such as bank, related to your banking. We provide you questions, we provide you PDF, we provide you material that will help you to revise those topics, those important topics. So very important. All right, so I definitely recommend you to check our app and do revise and to purchase the courses, because they will be very helpful to you. These, I strongly recommend you to use our app as well as website, and the quiz provided on the app is very helpful to you on the daily basis, and our monthly study material for your exams will do wonders. So do watch the video for the revision purposes. They are very helpful. And if you use my code Vikas10, straight away you will be getting an additional 10% discount on the purchase you made using the application. So additional discount for you students just from my side. It is a happy hour sale, you can say, 10% discount using Vikas10. So friends, let's start with the session now. So friends, let's start with the session. In this video, we will be discussing some important appointments and resignation. So our first appointment is of Shombi Sharp. As you can see, Shombi Sharp has been appointed as United Nations Resident Coordinator in or of India. Very important appointment that you should know, and you should take this note. Shombi Sharp has been appointed as the UN Resident Coordinator of India. Who appointed it? He was appointed by United Nations to tackle COVID-19 response in India, so that he can look after the management and so that India can respond in a better way towards COVID-19 and all the issues medically going on. I repeat, United Nations Secretary General. Who is the United Nations Secretary General? He is Antonio Guterres. He has appointed Shombi Sharp of the United States, a sustainable development expert. He's a sustainable development expert, and he has been appointed as United Nations Resident Coordinator in India. He will be looking after or working towards India's COVID-19 response plans and to recover better for the sustainable development goals. As you can see him, he is Shombi Sharp and appointed as the resident coordinator in India, and he was appointed by United Nations. Moving on. Next appointment is of our Ashok Bhushan ji. Ashok Bhushan ji has been appointed to the post of chairperson, or you can say chairman. Who? Ashok Bhushan. And he has been appointed as the chairperson of National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, NCLAT. Of NCL, question will be asked in such a way that who has been appointed as the chairperson of NCLAT? He is Ashok Bhushan. Very important. And he was appointed to this post by whom? He was appointed to this post by ACC. And what is ACC? ACC stands for Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. ACC has approved the proposal to appoint Justice Ashok Bhushan. We can also write here Justice Ashok Bhushan, who is the former judge of the Supreme Court of India. He is the former judge of Supreme Court of India, to the post of as a chairperson of the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, and he has been appointed for a term of 4 years from the date of assumption of the charge, and he will continue this post till the years of 70 years. Alright, that means he will continue this till 70 years or till 4 years, whichever completes first. So let's revise. Ashok Bhushan, he has been appointed to the post of chairperson by ACC of NCLAT. And another appointment that you should know that is also important is of president of NCLAT, that is your National Company Law Tribunal. Who has been appointed to the post of president of NCLAT? He is Justice R. Sudhankarji, as you can see him in the picture. They both has been appointed. They both are important appointment related to NCLAT. All right, R. Sudhankar, that is Ramalingam Sudhankarji, appointed to the post of, here it comes, Ramalingam Sudhankarji has been appointed to the post of president of NCLAT or NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal. Very important appointment, you should know this. If we talk about Ramalingam sir, he government has approved his appointment of the Justice Ramalingam Sudhakarji, who was the former Chief Justice of Manipur High Court. He was the former Chief Justice of Manipur High Court, and he has been appointed as the president of NCLAT recently. Very important appointment. Mark this also. So two appointments of NCLAT, Ramalingam Sudhakarji and your Ashok Bhushanji, who became the chairperson, and R. Sudhakarji or Ramalingam Sudhakarji has been appointed as the president of NCLAT. Next appointment is of our R. Hari Kumar. This is very important appointment. Mark this. Why? Because we are talking about Chief of Naval Staff. If question asked, who was the former Chief of Naval Staff before R. Hari Kumar? Who is he? He was Karambir Singh sir. He was the earlier Chief of Naval Staff, but now who is the latest or the new Chief of Naval Staff of India? He is R. Hari Kumar sir. Very important appointment. Do take a note of it or take a screenshot, that will help you. All right. Currently, if we talk about R. Hari Kumar, he is serving as the Commandant-in-Chief or Commanding-in-Chief of the Western Naval Command. Currently, he is at the post of this, and from November 30 onwards, he will be taking the position of Chief of Naval Staff. So very important. Who was the earlier Chief of Naval or former Chief of Naval Staff? He was Admiral Karambir Singh, and the person who has replaced him is R. Hari Kumar sir. Related to it, you should also remember who is the new chief or the chairperson of the Chief of Committee. Chief of Committees. Who is the new chairperson of the Chief of Committee? He is M.N. Narwane sir. And who is M.N. Narwane? He is the Chief of Army Staff, CAS. He has also taken as the charge of chairperson of the Chief of Committees. Very important. These two appointments you should know. Moving on. As you can see here, Vice Admiral R. Hari Kumar sir to be the next Chief of Naval Staff from 30th of November onwards. Moving on to Secretary General of Upper House. First of all, tell me which is the upper house of India. What do we say upper house and lower house? What are they? So if we are talking about upper house, it is Rajya Sabha. And if we are talking about lower house, it is your Lok Sabha. So here we are talking about upper house. Secretary General of upper house has been appointed, and who is he? He is PC Modi. Very important. Why? Because he is the former chairman of CBDT. What is CBDT? CBDT stands for Central Board of Direct Taxes. So PC Modi, who was the former chairman of CBDT, has been appointed as the Secretary General of the upper house, that is your Rajya Sabha, and he has been appointed for a term of 1 year. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding PPK Ramacharyaluji. Yuluji. So who will question can be asked, who is the current Secretary General of the Rajya Sabha? He is PC Modi. He was earlier the former chairman of Central Board of Direct Taxes. He has been appointed for a term of 1 year, and he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding PPK Ramacharyuluji. Very important. All right, and he was just appointed before few weeks before his appointment, and now who has been appointed as the Secretary General? He is PC Modi ji, and Ramacharyuji has now been appointed as the advisor in the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. He has been appointed as the advisor in the Rajya Sabha Secretariat for a term of 1 year. All right, PC Modi ji. As you can see him in the picture, former CBDT chairman PC Modi appointed as the new Secretary General of Rajya Sabha. Next appointment is of Sourav Ganguly. Important. Related to cricket. Sourav Ganguly appointed as the chairman of ICC. Very important question. So, who has been appointed as the new chairman of ICC? He is Sourav Ganguly. Mark this. Sourav Ganguly. Now, if I ask you who has been appointed as the new coach of the men's cricket team? Men's cricket team. Who is the new coach of men's cricket team? He will be Rahul Dravid. Very important appointment. Rahul Dravid has been appointed as the new head coach of men's cricket team or men's cricket senior team, and Sourav Ganguly is your chairman of International Cricket Council. Where is the headquarter of BCCI? BCCI's headquarter is located where? Remember, BCCI's headquarter is located in Mumbai. But if I ask you, where is the headquarter of ICC? Headquarter of ICC. So the headquarter of ICC is located at ICC's headquarter is located at Dubai. So if we are talking about ICC, there is some input before BCC president who he will be the chairman of International Cricket Council will be whom? Sourav Ganguly. Now BCC president, he was earlier to the post of president of BCC, and now he has been appointed as the chairman of ICC. So don't get confused. If we are talking about ICC here, see, if we talk about ICC, CEO, if we are talking about ICC, CEO of ICC is Geoff Aldris. We will be looking at this recently in upcoming questions. CEO will be Geoff Aldris, and who is the chairman now? Sourav Ganguly. Who is the former chairman of ICC? Former chairman of ICC, he will be Greg Barclay. Mark this. Alright, and when was your ICC formed? It was formed in 1909. So the new chairman of ICC is Sourav Ganguly, who was earlier the president of BCC. That is your, and this BCC's headquarters is located in Mumbai. Moving on to the next. Next we'll be talking about chairman of CBIC. That is your Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So who has been appointed to the post of chairman of CBIC? He is Vivek Johri sir. Important appointment, mark this. Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, that is your ACC, has done the appointment of CBIC, and he is a chairman of CBIC, and who he will be? Vivek Johri. The appointments committee of the cabinet, that is headed by, who heads the appointments committee of the cabinet? It is headed by our prime minister. And who is the prime minister of India? Narendra Modi ji is currently the head of the ACC, that is your appointments committee of cabinet. So ACC has appointed Vivek Jory. Who will he be succeeding? Vivek Jory will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding M. Ajit Kumar sir. Former chairman of CBIC is M. Ajit Kumar sir, and he will be succeeding, Vivek Jory will be succeeding Ajit Kumar sir. Another question that you need to know. Alright, important. If we are talking about Vivek Jory is a civil servant. Alright, and civil servant, and currently he is a member of CBIC handling GST and tax policy. So Vivek Jory, before becoming the chairperson of CBIC, he was handling GST and tax policies. If we talk about this CBIC is a part of the Department of Revenue. It is a part of Department of Revenue, and this comes under the Ministry of Finance. Alright, it comes under the Ministry of Finance. Mark this. Question can be asked that under which ministry does CBIC comes? It comes under the Ministry of Finance. And who is the new chairman of CBIC? Vivek Jory. Vivek Jory was appointed by which committee or by which organization? He was appointed by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. Who is the head of the ACC committee? He is the Prime Minister of India. And the last question becomes, Vivek Jory will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Ajit Kumar sir. Next, as you can see here, Vivek Jory, he is the chairman of CBIC, as you can see him in the picture now. Next we'll be talking about Fumio Kishida. Fumio Kishida has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Japan. Important appointment, mark this. Fumio Kishida, he belongs to the Liberal Democratic Party. And now he will be replacing whom? He will be succeeding, not replacing is the wrong word. He will be succeeding Yoshihide Suga ji. Yoshihide Suga has resigned from the post of the Prime Minister of Japan in September 2021. Alright, so he will be succeeding Yoshihide Suga, who will be succeeding Fumio Kishida, who belongs to the Liberal Democratic Party of Japan, and he will becoming the new Prime Minister of Japan. As you can see him in the picture, Fumio Kishida, and he will be appointed and he is re-elected as the Japan's Prime Minister in the parliamentary vote. Just remember who is the new Prime Minister of Japan, Fumio Kishida. Next we'll be talking about an Indian Canadian origin, Anita Anand. Indian Canadian origin, Anita Anand, who is 54 years of age, has been appointed as the 43rd Defense Minister of Canada. Very important appointment, mark this. Anita Anand, 43rd Defense Minister of Canada. Who she will be replacing? She will be replacing Harjit Sajjan ji. Now, Harjit Sajjan ji has been appointed to the post of Minister of International Development Agency. Now, Harjit Sajjan has become the Minister of International Development Agency. Alright, and she will be replacing Harjit Sajjan. And now who is the new or 43rd Defense Minister of Canada? Anita Singh. So Harjit Sajjan was 42nd Defense Minister of Canada. Another thing is, and another important thing is, because she became the first Hindu Canadian to become a federal cabinet in minister. Alright, in Canada. First Hindu Canadian. Alright, Anita Anand. Moving on to next we'll be talking about Morinari Watanabe. Morinari Watanabe has been appointed as the President of International Gymnastics Federation. Very important question. Morinari Watanabe has been appointed as the President of International Gymnastics Federation. Remember, he was re-elected. Alright, he was re-elected as the President of the International Gymnastics Federation, and remember, he defeated Farid Gayoub. He defeated Farid Gaibov. He is from Azerbaijan, and so he defeated him to become the president of International Gymnastic Federation for the second time. Alright, he was re-elected. Also remember that this appointment came during the conference that was held in Turkey. There was a conference going on in Turkey where this reappointment or re-election of this president took place, and Morinari Watanabe became the president of International Gymnastics Federation. As you can see him in the picture, Morinari Watanabe re-elected as the International Gymnastics president. Next we'll be talking about Prime Minister of Romania. Another important appointment. Who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Romania? Nicolae Ciucă. Mark this. Nicolae Ciucă appointed as the Prime Minister of Romania. If I ask you who is the president of Romania, Klaus Iohannis is the president of Romania. If I ask you who is the new Prime Minister of Sudan, he is Abdullah Hamdok is the new Prime Minister of Sudan. And if I ask you who is the new Prime Minister of Bulgaria, new President of Bulgaria, he will be Rumen Radev. Do remember these appointments also. These are also important. So Prime Minister of Romania is Nicolae Ciucă, the president of, and who is the president of Romania? Klaus Iohannis. Alright, moving on. Next we'll be talking about Prime Minister of Czech Republic, Petr Fiala. Petr Fiala has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Czech Republic. Mark this, very important. He is a politician as well as a scientist. So he became the new Prime Minister of Czech Republic. Apart from this, remember there was a book authored by him that was Theory of Political Parties. Mark this, Theory of Political Parties is the book authored by Petr Fiala, and he became the new Prime Minister of Czech Republic. Next we'll be talking about the Permanent Chief Executive Officer of International Cricket Council, that is your ICC. We discussed this earlier, that who is the new CEO of ICC? He is Geoff Aldrich. Who is the former CEO? He is Greg Barclay. And who will be the new chairman of ICC? New chairman of ICC is Sourav Ganguly. If we are talking about Geoff Aldrich, he belongs from Australia. Mark this, important appointment. So ICC has appointed Geoff Aldrich as the permanent CEO. And if we are talking about ICC, headquarters is in Dubai, and it was formed in 1909. Next we'll be talking about the president of Interpol. What does Interpol stands for? The International Crime Police Organization. Interpol's new president has been Ahmad Nasser Al Raisi. Very important appointment. Mark this. Alright, the International Criminal Police Organization elected Inspector General Ahmad Nasser Al Raisi, who is from United Arab Emirates, as their new president. He has been appointed for the post of president for 4 years. Mark this. And at the 89th Interpol General Assembly meeting that was held in Istanbul, there was 89th meeting of Interpol in Istanbul where this appointment came. He has been appointed for the term of 4 years, and he has been appointed to the post of Interpol. All right. Next, here you can see Ahmed Nasser Al Raisi. He became the new president of Interpol, and he is from UAE. Next, now there are two important appointments that you should know. Professor Bimal Patel, he has been elected to the International Law Commission for the term of 5 years. Mark this. Professor Bimal Patel, who is the Vice Chancellor or Rashtriya Raksha University and a member of National Security Advisory Board of India. Professor Bimal Patel has been elected to the International Law Commission for a term of 5 years. Remember this, and his term will be from 2023 to 2027. He has taught in the United Nations General Assembly Asia Pacific Group, and he was one of the 8 members who has been selected by UNGA, that is your United Nations General Assembly, for the Asia Pacific region. So remember this appointment. Next is India has been re-elected to UNESCO Executive Board for a term of 21 to 25. Mark this, another important. Which India who has been re-elected to the UNESCO's Executive Board for a term of 4 years? Remember, India has been appointed for a term of total of 4 years. If the time period is asked, it will be from 2021 to 2025 in the UNESCO's Executive Board. Alright, next is government has extended the tenure of ED Director SK Mishra by 1 year. Now what is this and important? First of all, mark this. Alright, what is ED? ED stands for your Enforcement Directorate. So the central government through the Department of Revenue, which comes under the Ministry of Finance, has extended the tenure of the Director of Enforcement Directorate SK Mishra sir by a term of 1 year. Alright, it can be asked that SK Mishra, who is the ED Directorate, has increased, or government has increased his term period for how much time? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. So his time period has been extended by 1 year till the year means till 18th of November 2022. His term period has been extended. Alright. Next is your Sheel Vardhan Singh has been appointed as the CISF Director General and Atul Karnwal as the NDRF DG. Very important. Both these appointments are important. Let me say again. Sheel Vardhan Singh has been appointed as the CISF DG. CISF stands for your Central Industrial Security Force. CISF is your Central Industry Security Force. So the new DG, that is your Director General of CISF, is Sheel Vardhan Singh ji, and your new NDRF DG. What does NDRF stands for? If I ask you, NDRF stands for National Disaster Response Force. National Disaster Response Force. So who is the new DG of National Disaster Response Force? He is Atul Karnwal ji. So friends, this was our video. I hope you liked it. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Vikas signing off. A good news to all our viewers. Recently, we have launched an course, that is IBPS PO exam course. This is a 25-day free course to crack IBPS PO mains exams. This course duration will be from 13th of December to 14th of January. This course will help you to boost your preparation. This course could be attempted any number of times with no day limit. In this course, we'll be providing you information related to your admit card details, previous year cutoffs, notification related to such exam and many others detail. Apart from this, you can see here, we are covering the whole syllabus here, like data analysis on D3. Then you are getting quiz of 20 questions with such questions that you can prepare, that will help you, or they are the expected questions that will be coming in the exams. So these questions are very helpful. These 20 questions you will be getting on daily basis, and they will help you to boost your preparation. So go fast and subscribe to this course. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये थी हमारी वीडियो. अगर आपको आज हमारी वीडियो से कुछ ना कुछ सीखने को मिला है तो जल्दी से जाइए और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें और इस वीडियो को लाइक कर दें. और फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपको हमारे कंटेंट से रिलेटेड या फिर हमारी कोई ऐप से इशू आ रहा है, कोई भी आपको प्रॉब्लम है, तो आप हमारी जीमेल आईडी जो कि है support@affairscloud.com या फिर हमारा नंबर 9677333862 पर कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड हमारी टीम जल्दी से जल्दी आपके इशू को रिजॉल्व करने में आपकी सहायता करेगी. सो टेक केयर.